It's Suzanne, your health coach, and it is Wednesday night. I thought I would try nighttime instead of daytime, which is when I usually do my lives. Um, anyways, so tonight's topic is tough. It's going to be hard for me, but it's something I need to do for me, and I also want to do for all of you. I want to read you something that prompted me today to even think about doing this. And it was a quote from Rick Warren. And it says, other people are going to find healing in your wounds. Your greatest life messages and your most effective ministry will come out of your deepest hurts. So I wanted to share some of my wounds that I'm healing, and I hope that this will really help a lot of you. So it's all about shame. And somebody said something to me yesterday, and this is kind of where it all started. Somebody said something to me yesterday and said, you got to let go of the shame. And for me, it's about the body shame. So as many of you know, I had lost a lot of weight and I got really super healthy, and I had a lot of traumatic things happen in my family. And we all survived, but I gained weight in the process, and I'm now carrying around body shame. And I needed to say that. So shame is tough, right? We all have it around different things maybe, but we all have it. And I know there's so many of you out there that do have body shame. And I wanted to step into my authenticity, and I really want to be who I'm meant to be. And as I know many of you do. And a lot of what I'm going to talk about tonight is based on some things talked about by Brene Brown. She's a researcher, and she's researched shame, guilt, empathy, all of it. But shame drives two conversations. And one is never good enough. I've heard that before, never good enough. The second conversation is, who do you think you are? So shame is also different than guilt. Shame is a focus on self. So in other words, I am bad. I am not enough. I'm never good enough. Who do I think I am? That's all shame. Versus guilt, which is where you did something bad, right? You feel guilty for doing something that wasn't really nice. For me, I have body shame. I'm a health coach, and part of me a few months ago thought, how can I still be a health coach when I've gained this weight back? How can I be a health coach? And this saying today reminded me that I'm going to heal my wounds. And by healing my wounds, other people are going to find their own healing. And shame is a really big part of that for me. And my friend reminded me of that yesterday. I got to let go of the body shame. So just to give you perspective, men really only have shame around one thing, and that's about not being perceived as, anybody want to guess? Weak. Everything to everybody. So women, I'm sorry guys, women have it tougher. It's hard for men, but women suffer from body shame a lot. And I'm one of them. So there are 3 things you can do to ease and help the shame. And it's shame around really anything. One is talk to yourself the way you would talk to somebody that you love. Isn't that a novel idea? I'm constantly reminding myself of that, because I have self-talk just like everybody else. Wow, look at what I did today. Gosh, I never do anything right. I never do it good enough. That's all shame talk. We need to talk to ourselves as if we're talking to somebody we love, whether it's a husband. Would you talk that way to your kids, to your wife, to your best friend, to your mother, to your father? The second thing is reach out and tell somebody. And that's kind of why I'm doing this tonight. Reach out and tell somebody about your shame. Tell somebody you trust about your shame. Because shame cannot survive being spoken. And it's tough. I'm having a hard time talking about it because, I'm having to admit as a health coach that I have body shame. But I'm doing it because I'm working my way through it, and because I can help any of you work your way through it too. And I'm speaking it because I don't want to keep it alive in me anymore. I need to let it go. I want to let it go. And secrecy intensifies shame. So speak your shame to somebody you trust, and shame will not survive. And that's a huge tip. And the third thing is empathy. And empathy is different than sympathy, right? Empathy is the actual antidote to shame. And that's where two of the most powerful words come into play. And when I heard this, I kind of went, oh my Lord, I hadn't related it to anything other than you'll remember what's been going on, what's still going on in Hollywood, and all the sexual abuse, harassment, and this whole Me Too campaign. Well, let me tell you, those are two of the most powerful words on earth because they are based in empathy. So I'm going to say to you, any of you who are feeling body shame, me too. So I want to start talking about it. I want all of us to start talking about it. And you may not be ready right now, but in time, remember, shame can't survive being spoken. And we need to show empathy towards each other. So me too. I want to ask any of you to make comments if you want. This is a really personal, private thing for many of us. If you want to PM me, I am going to be I'll talk to any of you about this shame, and I'll listen to you, and I will say to you, me too. So we're in this together. Anyways, this is Suzanne, your health coach. I want you to have a really great night, and I will see you again next Wednesday. Bye, guys.